You're watching the Brother Henry and You Show.
Engaging. Informative. Inspirational.
Enjoy today's program.
I want to ask you a question. It's a very important question. Do you like yourself? Do you like who you are? When you wake up every day and you look in the mirror, what is it that you like about yourself? What are some of the dislikes that you may have that maybe you want to change? Today I want to talk about that. We're going to go into part 2 of our series, Self-Love. And we're talking about learning how to love yourself, affirm yourself, accept who you are, and like yourself. So the question is, do you like yourself? Very simple question, but sometimes it's often complex. The answer is either yes or no. So if I were to ask you, do you like yourself? You can either say yes or no. If the answer is yes, what are some of the personal things about yourself that you do like? And to make it more personal, I would like to share with you some of the personal things that I like about myself. This is what I like about myself. I'm unique. I'm thoughtful. I am a creative thinker. I'm compassionate. I'm respectful. I'm giving. I'm caring. I'm quick to forgive. I'm a magician. I love to play the piano, play drums. I love to film. I'm a producer. I'm committed. I can go on and on about it. And I look at those things about myself and I say, wow, I like that about me. Now, while there are many things about myself that I do like, there are also some things that I don't like about myself. And I would like to share them with you as well. So what are some things that I don't like about myself? I think I'm an overthinker. It's one thing to think, but it's another thing to overthink something. And sometimes overthinking something is not always good. So I don't like that I'm an overthinker. And there's another thing I don't like about myself is that I'm impatient. There are times where I'm impatient, especially when I'm at KFC and I don't get my chicken on time. I am impatient. Number 3, at times I don't like my appearance. Now I know I'm handsome and whatnot, but there are things about myself, my appearance, that I wish I could change. And I do try to change that. Well, it's how I look, my beard or my hair, or how I present myself in public. I don't like my appearance at times. Number 4, it's hard to admit this, by the way, but I want to be real with you today. This is the only way I can help you. I'm not here to tell you about something I haven't experienced or experiencing. Number 4, I'm easily distracted. I do get easily distracted at times. Number 5, there are times, not a lot, where I feel like I'm not doing enough or good enough for people. I do feel that way at times. Number 6, I have a history of comparing myself to others. Oh, this is hard to admit. I'm doing better in that area though. Because you look at somebody else and you say, I wish I could be like that, or I wish I could do it better. That's not always a bad thing, comparison. But I'm learning now to just like myself, and that I'm unique and there's no one like me. So, number 7, I'm afraid of fear. Number 8, I fear the future. I do fear the future. I fear what could potentially happen. Dr. Maya Angelou quoted, if you don't like something, she said, change it. If you can't change it, she said what? Change your attitude. So if there's something that you don't like about yourself, you have to understand today that you have the power to what? To change it. Nobody else can do that for you. You have the power to change it. If you don't like it, you can change it. Nobody else can do that for you. All those things that I mentioned to you that I don't like about myself, overthinker, impatient, comparing myself to other people at times, feeling like I'm not good enough. I don't like those things about myself. Appearance. So when I look at those things about myself I don't like, you know what I do? I do what I call a self-examination. And I say, okay, these are things about myself I don't like. I'm going to change them. I'm not expecting nobody else to do it. And nobody else can do it for you. Only you can do that. So, but what if I don't like myself? It still comes back to that question. Darn it. What if I don't like myself though, Henry? Here's the issue with not liking yourself. You will start to seek approval and validation from others to like you. The truth is that if you don't like who you are, it may be hard for you to like others. If you don't like who you are, I just don't like who I am and I'm miserable, woe is me, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like who you are, you cannot like other people. And sometimes that, if you don't like who you are, it makes you unlikable. Nobody wants to be around a person that's unlikable. Can't get along with them. Because they don't like themselves. They don't accept themselves. Always remember that you may not be perfect or do everything right, but your flaws are far from fatal. Sometimes we don't like ourselves because of our own insecurities and failures. We don't. We see ourselves as ultimate failures. Sometimes we don't like ourselves because we're so full of doubt and insecurities. You need to accept yourself. This is a powerful statement, and I want you to write this down. You need to accept yourself as you are, not as you may be. This is called self-acceptance. Too many people, we accept ourselves as we may be. Well, I may be this or I may be that, but you need to accept yourself right now as you are, not as you may be. Like yourself as you are now. And as I said earlier, if there's things you need to change about yourself that you don't like, don't expect nobody else to do it. It's not going to happen. You need to do it. You have the power to do it. So I've started saying stuff like, I like me. I affirm me. I approve me, whether anyone does it or not. It's the most important decision I've ever made in my life, people. To learn how to like me. People do it all, even people that date. You know, we want people that we date to like us. But the reality is that if you like yourself, even if the person you're dating don't like you, you still like yourself. And even if it don't work out, you can still walk away and say, hey, I can take myself on a date. I like myself. I affirm myself. I don't need a woman to do that. I don't need a man to do that. I need a man. No, you don't. You need yourself. Here's another important note. Acceptance and liking yourself must come from within, not externally. I said this in the last broadcast. Sometimes we try to do things from the outside in when it should be from the inside out. We always look at things on the outside. We need to fix those things internally, and then whatever needs to be fixed on the outside, it will take place on its own. So it starts from within. It begins with you looking inside yourself, the deep treasures. I'm talking about those very deep treasures of your heart that maybe you don't even see. You can't identify because your mind is just clouded with insecurity and fear and about all the things you don't like about yourself. Start focusing on what you do like about yourself. You may feel unworthy, but I want you to know that there is good in you. And I know what many of you saying, Henry, you don't understand. You don't get it. Nobody likes me. The big problem is not people not liking you, but do you like yourself? Because if you don't like yourself, you will care less how others perceives you. Because if you like yourself, you will care less about how others perceive or view you. if you like yourself. So there are some affirmations that we must train our minds to not only see ourselves in a positive light, but to like who you are. Number one, own your potential. Love yourself enough to believe that nothing is impossible for you, even accepting yourself. Number two, be patient, something that I struggle with at times. Sometimes accepting yourself or ourselves is not an easy or quick job. Sometimes it takes time to build and to grow. Number three, be real. Get comfortable with yourself. Be open. Be real. If you are not real with yourself, if you're not comfortable with yourself, if you're not open with yourself and who you are as an individual, you cannot give that to anyone else. So be real with you first. Let's quote these affirmations as we go to a close. I want you to repeat after me. Say this. Say, I love me some me. I love me some me. Now say this. I will not focus on my imperfections. Now repeat this. I have great potential. Now say this. I like myself. Now repeat this last affirmation. I love what I see in the mirror. And I do love what I see in the mirror. And I want you to know that if you don't like yourself, I like you. But that's not enough. I want you to learn to like yourself.
Hi, my name's Heather. Thank you for watching the Brother Henry and You show today. If you've enjoyed the show today, visit us at facebook.com/The Brother Henry and You show. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.